Salam everyone, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone is well. It's been a while since I've been on camera. Hopefully you guys have missed me. My brother's been looking after the channel. Been doing a lot of birds, have you?
Yeah, there's a lot of bird content, man.
I feel like we've transitioned over to a bird channel now, haven't we?
Yeah, but I know everyone's been waiting for videos like this, so hopefully.
This video is going to be pretty sick. We're basically going to do our top 5 kennel visits from the travels that we've done so far. Should we start off with the list now? Or?
Yeah, but it's quite a mixed list, but what we will say is countries like Russia, when we went to visit, there's too many kennels. They're like all top tier kennels, but if we also go 1 to 5 all Russia kennels, you're not going to get probably a bored of that. So this is just a big mix.
And we're looking overall as well of like, it's not just a kennel, it's like what the dogs actually have done. Are they actual working dogs or are they just kennel dogs?
And the variety, to be fair. Yeah. I'll let you start with number 5.
So number 5 is a kennel in the UK, Grange Farm Kennels. When did we go there?
Probably mid last year, I think.
Mid last year, so
we've done a video on it on his kennel self when he last had it.
So one of the dogs that he's got from us was Halftail. So Halftail's the daughter of Destan. She's a wicked dog. When we saw her, I'll show some videos now of her. And then he also had some shepherd dogs as well. Were they like Dutch shepherds or? He
had Dutch shepherd herders. He had a Dogo cross. He had a Mali cross, if I'm right in saying. He had the Kangles, chickens, goats. He had the whole shebang.
Yeah. It was when he went. The kennel's name is Grange Farm. That's what the name of his place is. And yeah. It's a farm. So he had goats. Roosters, I don't know, just anything and everything like animal related, and obviously the dogs. And these dogs are working dogs, like they're all protection, on command training. You know, they're the real deal.
I'm pretty sure since last time he's actually added a few dogs to his pack, so fingers crossed we'll be making another visit over sometime this year to do another update for you guys, because in the UK, I think, besides ourselves obviously, besides ourselves, that's like the top kennel overall for dogs. Like he's got a good mixture there of dogs.
It's a good mixture. The kennels are nicely clean and maintained. Yeah. The dogs look healthy as well. Guy knows what he's doing as well with the dogs.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's a solid start to our list.
Yep.
Number 4. Who's at number 4?
Number 4, the controversial one. Number 4 can easily be number 1 with the quality. However, the reason we put it at number 4 is because of the amount of dogs they had. I don't know what the actual kennel is, but it is
HB Kennel.
The kennel to call it. It's HB Kennel. We'll put some pictures up for those who aren't familiar with it.
One of the famous dogs that he has there, and most people know it, is Roy.
Bosa's dad.
Probably my favourite dog that I've ever seen in person. But like I said, he was limited to dogs there. He had a Red Star female there as well, she was on point. But there wasn't much work. I never got to see the dogs in action, you know, working or anything. Obviously the owner's really busy, so he maintains that sort of lifestyle for them. Dogs are really good quality, but I can't put that higher just because there's dogs in the other kennels that have been out and
we've seen work.
I've seen work. Not to say these dogs wouldn't do it. It's just, I mean, seeing Roy in person was. I think that was literally as soon as we landed in Russia, when we met with Tamerlan, our host, we drove 2 hours. He took us straight to Roy. No hotel, nothing. We ran straight to Roy.
And that dog is something you can only appreciate when you see in person. Yeah.
When they say like big dogs, like 1 meter, or you know, people always assume it's going to be like. Firstly, it's not going to be a meter at the withers, and secondly, it's going to be overweight or jagged up or something. But actually seeing Roy in person, it's like seeing a wolf.
Yeah, we get loads of messages on Instagram always saying, what's the biggest dog you've seen, but healthiest? It's like we've seen bigger dogs. With us, it's about the same, but in weight-wise, we've seen dogs up to about 110, 120, so they claim.
𝐬𝐿
as well, yeah.
𝐬𝐿 was 120, the Caucasian.
But most of them are unhealthy.
Yeah.
Roy, on the other hand, yeah, that thing was he was a serious dog. But that's where we rank at number 4. I'll let you carry on with number 3.
Number 3, so we're going to Turkey now. So we're going to Fetter. So he's got a kennel full of Kangles. Did he have Anatolian there?
Yeah.
He had an Anatolian there, and mostly Kangles. That was literally his place. Out in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains in Kahramanmaraş, that's where he is. Surrounded by mountains, and the next village, like the next neighbour, was it like you have to drive there or something?
Oh yeah, the village it was a trek to get to. It was only a small village that he was in, and it's a fair distance of a drive to get to
and
the next lot of people.
He's got, how many sheep did he have?
Oh, I can't even remember. He's probably, if you go on our video, you'll probably see it, but it was over 100. Was it over 100?
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It's proper village lifestyle, and you know, seeing these dogs in action, like they were out patrolling. There was one dog that went missing because he chased a wolf. There's a video like on our channel on it.
They're proper working dogs. Like when we got there, remember we saw the kennel self and we thought, okay, they've got the space to run around, and then when they point, they block it up in those mountains. And normally when people say that, they're just saying it just for the sake of, oh yeah, that's where the dogs go. But they actually took us out with them into the mountain, and we literally watched the herd of sheep go off with the dogs and wander off. So they're like proper working dogs.
There was one female there. I'll put the video up now. She was like maybe like 13, a really old female with a limp. And even though she had a limp, she was out working with the rest of them, you know, still doing what she had to do. And that was
a solid kennel to see, especially because we're Kangle lovers, and that's what we started with, going to see them
and even
work back home.
Destan's brother there as well, so like that, the whole experience was good. I mean, even the actual, not even dogs, it was just actually just being there with the family. They're hosting us, having breakfast like in the middle of, you know, just outside, and you know, fresh eggs, fresh
everything, cheese,
butter,
butter,
or whatever. It was surreal. It was sick. Yeah. So I think that's number 3. Number 2 is
number 2 and 1 are hard.
Number two and 1 are hard, but because I prefer the breed of number 1, I want to say number 1 is there. I would say number 2 is Christie's place.
Christie. I think his full name's Christie Simeone or something. That's the guy.
Those dogs are sick. Yeah. Before going to Romania.
What's the breed?
No, I will explain it. So like before going to Romania, I didn't have much expectations for this breed. I was like, it's gonna be good. It's an LSG dog. It's obviously gonna impress me. But the way it impressed me when I went there, when I saw these dogs in action, and the way that it's just the same family that have like bred and they've outbred, but they've just kept that bloodline. Yeah. It was amazing. They're in the middle of the mountains again, in a village lifestyle. The amount of bears that are in Romania,
third most, isn't it?
It's the fourth most populated bear country in the world. So you have Russia, US, Canada in some order. Then you have Romania. If you look at those 3 countries and compared to the size of Romania, it's a big difference. So there's going to be a lot of bears stuck in Romania.
And the thing is, people are probably watching this and like, oh yeah, again, it's just a he say, she say thing about, yeah, the dog's on bed. No, we've seen videos which we've had permission to post, so we'll put some in now for you. This is literally...
Do you know what the videos are?
I've got the videos there.
You have?
Yeah, I've got the videos. Oh. It's literally the pack of dogs chasing bears, and then you'd think the guy's lying. He'd show us the zoomed out version, and it's literally where we were standing, looking at the exact same mountain. He's just zoomed in, and all the dogs are after a bear. To do their job, obviously, because out there, bears come in, kill the sheep, and whatever. I know people.
There was one dog there, one of them that it reminded me of Destin.
Yeah.
It was just a furry, hairy Destin. That's it. You know, you can see in the dog's eyes that you see there's something different about that dog compared to the others.
Sadly, he actually passed away.
Yeah,
that's the one. We had a message recently. If we can find an actual picture of him, put it up. But he recently passed away on a hunt, unfortunately. That didn't go too well for him, but they managed to get the bear off, but the dog obviously took too much damage, and that's what happens. Sometimes. So
even like the hospitality that we had from the family, you know, they bought other dogs there as well. They bought Balans there. They bought
Bukovina. They brought
Bukovina down there. Obviously, Carpathians. Raven Shepherd. Balan was the white one. Raven's the black one. So. You know, they came there just to show us, and then they fed us food after, which I have to say, I didn't eat. I didn't. They gave me a block of cheese in it, and they've been up in the mountains for about fucking 4 months.
Yeah, that was
to produce.
Yeah, by the time we got to the hotel, we touched it. That thing was bouncing like a squid warbler. That wasn't.
Oh look, I'm not eating that.
No disrespect to him. It's just we had food poisoning the day before, 2 days before.
2 days before.
So we were like off put by any sort of food. But yeah, that kennel was definitely.
So that's number 2.
Yeah.
So number 1 is.
Number 1
is.
We don't even know the number 1's name. All we can refer to it as is
the rich Russian.
The rich Russian or the mafia type Russian guy.
Yeah, because when we were at Tamerlan, he was like, "Oh yeah, there's another place we need to go to film dogs." So we're like, "Say no more." Some guy pulls up in an X5, takes us to his restaurant first.
That's why you're driving.
Yeah, driving like exactly how these Russians you see on the videos. They take us to this this white like marble palace restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it's someone else's or whatever. We go in there and it's like everyone's dressed well. Obviously, me and my brother, we've been
clothes.
Yeah, we've been around dogs, so dog clothes or whatever. We go inside and I'm thinking, yo, do you need to reserve a table here or something?
And the way these lot started ordering on the table when we got there, we were
caviar.
Like, oh, this thing's expensive.
This. Turns out it was his restaurant.
He goes, yeah, he's one of his restaurants that he owns. They're like, oh, fair enough. But this isn't about the restaurant, it's about his actual. Mate, remember the size of his house?
His house was massive.
No, that was the dog house.
Yeah.
That was the place where we visited was a house for the dogs, and he was building his own pad next to it, which was mad. But that kennel, we've got loads of videos we can put up now. Put them up.
So Volkanovs, and I don't remember the name of the dog.
Rambo he had. That's what I can remember. He had that big black and white one.
No, so when we first went in there, the garden, it was like there was a Volkanov outside, like a puppy that was just there.
Yeah.
We went at the back, and because there was a tournament that was on the weekend, some of the dogs were a bit scuffed up. But there was a Rambo was there. There was a Rambo's son that was something that looked exactly like him.
There was 3 at the front.
3 big male dogs.
Bad, sick dogs. And then when you literally go like follow us out the back, it's like some forest, like you get kidnapped or something. You open the gate, and there's this bloody massive black and white, like
same size as Roy.
Yeah, that was one of my favourite dogs that I've seen there. Mm-hmm. He was nice. What was that other little thing?
There was a lightweight champion of Russia there.
Yeah.
As you do.
Which was bad.
And then at the back, there was...
That was another dog, what was his name?
Berkut. No, not Berkut. It starts with a B. But that guy, that dog...
was bad.
For Digit, lost but gave Digit a good fight. That was there as well. I mean, the guy literally had top tier Volkanovs. I mean,
wait. I know this is cut you off. We offered him $5,000 then and there for that big black and white dog, and $5,000's a lot of money for obviously a dog. He started laughing at us and he goes, "No, that's nowhere even near what I'd get for him." I was like, "Fair enough."
Yeah. Like we say, everyone's got their dog packs. Everyone has I don't know how you want to think of it, innit? But let's say your family. Everyone wants to have a strong family. Yeah. When you have a dog, you think you've got a strong pack of dogs. You can go up against any other dogs. And you have that guy. Our dogs are strong.
Yeah.
When we had our pack, we had a strong pack of dogs. But when you compare it to someone like that, it's like.
Even the little, I don't think we got videos of that one though. Remember the little puppy that was inside the building?
Yeah, I have.
You haven't got videos?
The small puppy.
No. Yeah,
actually, maybe I have.
He wasn't selling that, because at the time we were looking for a puppy to add to our pack, but they were like, they fell in love with it for some reason, but they must have seen something in that pup that was they're experts. Who were they? What were they? Who was the guy? Wasn't he the tournament owner?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
He was the owner of some tournament we can't say, but he was the boss of that.
Yeah, the boss or something. But
so that was
yeah.
We are definitely planning a few trips. Just bear with us. Like I said, we had a trip to Turkey which messed up, but obviously
I done the video on that about how you paid £75 for 2 plates of food.
You're
fuming.
Yeah. So. Yeah, hopefully you guys like that video. I mean, it was quite interesting. To be fair, it was quite good for us because you can't remember what's actually your favourite kennel visit, and then there's
definitely a lot of other ones we could have put in, but like for example where Killer was.
Yeah, where Killer was, or even Destin's Brothers' actual place, or There was
the Balan place.
Balan place, because the Balan place, they were killing bears as well.
Even the place next to Killer's place, where there's a dog on the tyre that broke.
Anyways, sorry about that. There was just a phone call. But I think that's it. That's it for that video. If you like that video, please let us know. If you want us to go anywhere, film some dogs, let us know. And yeah.
How do you do the outro? The famous outro?
Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and inshallah we'll see you for the next video. Allah Hafiz.